What if I told you the most exciting new pickup of 2026 isn't massive, isn't outrageously expensive, and isn't trying to look like a spaceship on wheels? What if it's a smart, tough, right-sized truck built for real people with real jobs? Today on the Car Review Hub, we're diving into the 2026 Toyota Stout first look. And this one might seriously shake up the compact truck world. Toyota's bringing back a legendary name, and this time it's aimed straight at rivals like the Ford Maverick and the Hyundai Santa Cruz. Let's break it all down: backside, left side, right side, interior, engine, price, and of course the final verdict. Starting at the back, because that's where a truck proves whether it's all talk or actually ready to work. The rear of the 2026 Toyota Stout is clean, squared off, and purpose-driven. No fake vents, no dramatic curves, no overcomplicated light bars stretching across the tailgate. It's just a solid, properly sized cargo bed that looks ready for lumber. Tools, camping gear, bikes, whatever your weekend or workday throws at it. The tailgate feels substantial, like it's designed to take years of use without rattling or flexing. You can imagine shutting it after a long job site day and not worrying about being gentle. The LED taillights are modern, but not flashy, bright, clear, and practical. Compared to the more lifestyle-focused rear design of the Santa Cruz, which leans into that sporty, urban vibe, the Stout feels more traditional, more honest, more truck. Let me ask you something. When you picture your ideal pickup, do you see it covered in chrome and style cues, or do you see it loaded up with gear and actually earning its keep? Now slide over to the left side. This is where the Stout's proportions really start to shine. It's compact, yes, but it doesn't look small. It looks tight, balanced, and confident. The short overhang suggests it'll be easy to maneuver. In crowded city streets or tight parking garages, something full-size truck owners constantly struggle with. The body lines are straight and strong, emphasizing durability over decoration. There's protective cladding along the lower edges, hinting that Toyota expects this truck to leave pavement every now and then. The wheel options, likely in the 17 to 18-inch range, fill the arches nicely, giving it a planted stance without looking oversized. Compared to the Maverick, the Stout appears slightly more rugged and less playful in its design language. The Maverick has that approachable, almost youthful energy. The Stout feels more mature, like it's been built with long-term ownership. In mind, is this the sweet spot size-wise? It's big enough to haul what you need, but small enough that you're not stressed every time you enter a parking structure? Moving around to the right side, consistency is the word that comes to mind. Toyota didn't overcomplicate things. No excessive chrome strips, no aggressive fake vents, just clean surfacing and a solid stance. The doors look thick and durable, and the side mirrors appear large enough to provide strong visibility, something that matters more in daily driving than flashy design ever will. The upright greenhouse and generous window area suggest excellent outward visibility, which is a huge plus for both new truck owners and experienced drivers alike. Here's another question for you. Would you rather have a truck that turns heads for 1 year, or one that still looks good and relevant a decade from now? Now let's step inside, because this is where the philosophy of the 2026 Toyota Stout becomes crystal clear. The interior isn't trying to compete with luxury SUVs. It's not chasing giant curved screens just for the sake of headlines. Instead, it's focused on usability, durability, and comfort. Front and center is a large infotainment screen handling navigation, media, and vehicle settings. But thankfully, Toyota keeps physical buttons and knobs for climate control and essential functions. So that means no digging through menus just to turn down the fan speed. When you're driving, especially on rough roads or in traffic, that matters. The seats are supportive rather than overly plush. You get the sense they're designed to reduce fatigue during long drives or full workdays. Materials throughout, the cabin feel tough but not cheap. Durable fabrics and plastics that can handle mud. Tools and everyday wear without looking tired after 2 years. Rear seat space is respectable for a compact pickup. 2 adults can fit comfortably for daily commutes or short trips. There's decent headroom and legroom. and smart storage compartments are scattered throughout the cabin for tools, backpacks, and random daily essentials. Compared to the Maverick's more casual interior vibe, the Stout leans slightly more traditional and function first. Does that make it more appealing if you're planning to keep your truck for 10 years instead of 3? All right, let's talk about what's under the hood, because this is where things get really interesting. The 2026 Toyota Stout is expected to feature a 2.4-liter turbocharged gasoline engine producing around 270 horsepower. In the compact pickup segment, that's a very healthy number. But horsepower isn't the whole story. Torque is what really matters in a truck. Low-end torque delivery is expected to be strong, giving the Stout confident acceleration when hauling cargo or climbing hills. That means less strain, fewer higher-F situations, and a more relaxed driving experience overall, paired with an 8-speed. Automatic transmission, gear shifts, should feel smooth and predictable, especially in stop-and-go city traffic. Toyota will likely offer both rear-wheel drive and a 4x4 option. Rear-wheel drive makes sense for urban drivers and light-duty use, while the 4x4 version adds versatility for snowy climates, job sites, and weekend trail runs. It's not about being the fastest truck in the segment. It's about being steady, dependable, and stress-free. And let's be honest, isn't that what most truck owners actually need? Now, let's get to the number everyone cares about, price. The expected starting price for the 2026 Toyota Stout in the U.S. market is estimated between $25,000 and $30,000. That puts it directly in the heart of competition with the Maverick and Santa Cruz. But Toyota brings something else into the equation. It's long-standing durability, strong resale value, and a massive service network. When you factor in reliability and lower long-term ownership costs, that slightly higher upfront price, if it lands there, could easily balance out over time. So here's the big question. Would you go for the absolute cheapest option on paper? Or would you spend a little more for a truck that's likely to hold its value and last longer? With a projected launch around mid-2026, anticipation is already building. And honestly, it makes sense. In a world where trucks are getting bigger, heavier, and more expensive every year, the Stout feels like a return to basics in a good way. Now, for the final verdict. The 2026 Toyota Stout doesn't try to be everything. It's not pretending to replace a full-size workhorse. It's not chasing luxury SUV buyers. It knows exactly what it is. A practical, reliable, compact pickup. Designed for homeowners, small business owners, outdoor enthusiasts, and everyday drivers who want utility without excess. It's the kind of truck that fits into your life, instead of forcing you to adjust around it. And that might be its biggest strength. Now, I want to hear from you. Is the 2026 Toyota Stout something you'd actually consider buying? Would you? Pick it over the Maverick or the Santa Cruz. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the conversation started. If you enjoyed this first look and want more honest, no-nonsense car reviews, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the Car Review Hub. Your support helps us bring you deeper dives, real comparisons, and the kind of car content that actually matters. I'll see you in the next one.